Before we talk about how your training's going and how you first got involved in doing this, Lynsey, why have you chosen this charity?
I've chosen this charity because I had viral meningitis back in 2005. And at the time, I didn't really know much about meningitis. I didn't know there was different variations. There's obviously bacterial and viral meningitis. And at the time, I felt that it was simply brushed off as a bad headache, because the symptoms are really bad headache. You can be sensitive to light, you have a stiff neck and things like that. And I didn't really identify the symptoms to begin with. So it was about 24 hours of having a horrendous headache did I get diagnosed after being admitted into hospital. And as I say, I didn't spend too much time off work, but it took me a long time to recover from it. I think it took me about 6 to 9 months to entirely get over it. And that's when I discovered Meningitis Now and all the great work that they do in terms of funding research and helping people who have either lost somebody from meningitis or have supporting people as part of the helpline. So that's why I got involved and thought, if I'm going to take on a challenge as big as this, then I'll do it at a charity that's close to my heart.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because when people think about meningitis, something that may spring to mind is the glass test, looking for a rash and seeing if that rash disappears. But there are many, as you said there, many more symptoms before that.
Yeah, there are, which, as I say, it might be sickness, fever, depending on what strain of meningitis it is. As I say, viral tends to be a really bad headache, stiff neck. You can be sick with that as well. So, and it can be symptoms that just look like a standard cough or a cold or an illness bug. So it is important that if you suspect anything that isn't right, that you sort of seek help as soon as you can.
How long were you in hospital for?
I was in hospital for a day, and then they can't really give you any sort of antibiotics or anything like that because it's a virus. It just has to be treated with painkillers and rest. So once they had diagnosed me, I stayed overnight, and then I went home the following day.
Can there be long-lasting effects from it, though, if it's not caught, the viral version of it?
Yeah, some people suffer with hearing loss. Some people even suffer sight loss. It can affect people's memory. So there are some long-lasting effects from viral as well as bacterial. People lose limbs and things like that from the bacterial strain.
So the aim then is to raise as much money as you can next month for them. Is this the first sort of fundraising event you've done for this charity?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the first big challenge that I've took on. So fingers crossed.
How much are you hoping to raise?
I'm hoping to raise £2,500 as part of the marathon challenge. I do have some fundraisers lined up. I've got a charity gin event and a distillery tour with Seven Kingdoms in Douglas. And I'm also doing a tabletop sale. It's St Andrew's Church Hall on the 7th of April. So I'll be promoting that. I've got a Facebook page to promote my different events, and friends and family are helping with sharing posts. And I'm on Instagram and things. I've got posters around Douglas as well.